who is making these AI robots that's going to be coming in doing all of this other stuff we're talking about? Who is that? Elon
China.
Musk.
No, no, no. Elon Musk
Baby,
has written
yes. Okay,
Elon
so who's
Musk.
going to
And
do
then
that?
I can't believe you're saying this.
First of all, do you disagree with what was being said about the LGBTQ agenda?
Yes, but I have a twist on it.
Okay.
Okay, what's the twist?
And what's the disagree?
Okay,
What's the
I
point of
agree.
disagreement?
I disagree. I mean, I agree that LGBTQ, yeah, that's bad. I don't agree with all of that lifestyle. However, who is making these AI robots that's going to be coming in doing all of this other stuff we're talking about? Who is that? Do we have a name?
China.
Elon Musk.
No, no, no.
Baby, yes.
Elon Musk has written book after book that he believes AI is dangerous, and it's something.
Honey, he's the one that's creating some of these robots.
Not AI. We're talking about AI.
Yeah, I think she's talking about the Tesla,
AI.
the Tesla bot. The Tesla bot.
But I'm talking about AI.
He has a vision. He stated that he has a vision for humanoid robots. That is the truth. That is a fact.
A humanoid robot to drive cars or to do, not to replace you, not to replace you as a mother, not to replace you as a father, and not have kids, and not to train your kids. That's a whole. There's always been robotics or mechanized instruments. That's not the same. That's not the goal of Elon Musk.
Okay, I'm glad you're in his head. He said himself, humanoid robots. What is a humanoid robot? That's an AI. We can't.
First of all,
it is
either about the fusion. I'm talking about transhumanism. I'm talking about the fusion of robot and human against AI. He's against that, all of it. He knows he got into it early on in his career and realized the capabilities of it, and he's been sounding the alarm on it for the last several years. He's saying,
okay, stay tuned with him. Just a lot deeper than what people say out of their mouth. I've learned to do that. So that's one thing I don't agree with. Another thing I don't agree, because I'm not a Democrat, I'm an independent. One thing I don't agree with is anyone that gets on and dominate a conversation saying the left is we're good, we're the best, we are the God people, and they're the horrible people. That's not true. There are Republicans that are going to heaven. There are Republicans going to hell. There are Democrats going to heaven. There are Democrats going to hell. So the point, I'm going from the very beginning, trying to get in a long time ago. So the whole situation, when we talk about who was the first person or first president to say anything about or do anything with lesbianism, it was Clinton in 1999. He was the one that did all of that. He was the one that he made a statement.
Yeah.
What policy? What policy did he pass?
No, I didn't say he made a policy or he passed a law. He was the one that spoke about it in his remarks, remarks as a president.
If he didn't do a policy or a law,
right? And President Obama.
Well, he was the first president. He was the first president and gave attention to the lesbianism, and he gave them remarks in his open remark as a president, in his first remarks as a president, and that's been documented. So he was the first.
He did not institute any policies.
I did not say he did.
So that's what matters. That's what matters.
Oh, it does matter. What comes out of a president's mouth matters. What comes out of a president's mouth matters.
And what they do matters more.
Yes, I agree with that.
More.
Okay, so let's not disagree where we don't disagree. So I don't disagree
you said you don't disagree. You disagree with us. So I'm just clarifying what they do actually matters more.
To all my soldiers, we are knee deep in spiritual warfare, and Hardly Initiated has created some additional armor for the fight. The Fight the Flesh bracelet is a stylish reminder to stay disciplined in the face of battle and temptation. So click the link in the description and get yours today. And don't forget, use code CLIPS for 10% off. Let's fight.
Okay,
let's disagree where we disagree.
Okay, so I disagree on, first of all, Black women getting on here going on and on about other Black women.
Here we go.
I don't get there, because why are we doing it like that? But I mean, because there are some Democrats and independent women who don't think like you, but they're okay. They're cool people. You don't have to go there to down them. I'm a more positive minded person. And when I hear other Black women just bad downing other people like that, I don't agree with that. I'm 100% not on that page.
We certainly
you can state your point without saying these, that, all of that, because I'm not on either side.
The left does not only include Black women. The left have a lot of
but you all did on this conversation. You did on this conversation, honey. You did.
Well, no, honey.
Shout out to Naomi for debating with a smile on.
Hey, first of all, let me tell you, Naomi in here like Bruce Lee kind of handling it. Yeah. She kind of, I'm seeing her kind of handle three people all at once right now.
We gotta get two teammates.
But see, here's the thing. I think there's some I think there is some validity to what the sister's saying though, because what the sister's saying, I agree. If something comes out of president's mouth, that matters, even if it doesn't turn into policy. You know, the fact that it comes out of somebody's mouth, there's some power associated with this person's voice. So I do believe that now. But even going back to Elon, you know, here's the thing. I'm all for empowering America's best and brightest and brilliant talent in our government. I think that's actually a great move to put the brilliant minds and business owners of our country running the actual country itself. But to her point, the sister actually made a good point, because I've heard Elon too speak against AI, but the brother is still on the cutting edge and pushing the limit. I mean, he's literally putting a brain chip together. So in some ways, don't you ladies think that it could be a gateway drug with a lot of the things he's introducing now into the agenda, the long-term agenda, KJ, that you're talking about?
Was Elon, so he spoke a little bit about this on Joe Rogan's podcast, but he has to, I mean, if this is where the direction of the society is going, well, he's just going to stop? This is his business. He's not just going to stop.
So here's the thing. When we talk about the AI scales, you know, this AI competition, if you're a student of politics, when you think back to the nuclear war times, when Russia would have this bomb, the United States came back and had a bomb this much better. It's the very same thing with AI. We're right now leading the way, but China is on our tail like nobody's business, right? So having innovation that comes out of the United States that serves the United States, I think, is a much better idea than buying it from the damn Chinese.
Yeah, and it's good that he recognizes the limits and where the dangers in it as well. And so, and he's totally against the trans movement. He's totally against that. He's come out against that. So I like the fact that he's still going to push the envelope in certain areas, but then he's saying in others it's dangerous. And again, I am honestly not Elon Musk's biggest fan. You know, I'm not really into some of the things he talks about, but I do recognize his brilliance. And I'm happy that he understands and sees the danger in going too far with the AI, and that he's saying there's a limit, and I'm not willing to cross that line. I'm happy with that.
If we need to be in all spaces, if you will, we want to use that lingo, then we do need people who are able to be in and be able to compete, if you will, in those spaces, pushing back against, like Nicole said, the Chinas or whatever. We used to have the policy, what was it, Star Wars with MAD, mutually assured destruction, particularly between the US and Russia. So the only way to meet Russia's innovation and Russia's strength was that we, as the United States, we had to be equal or exceed it. That guarantees, or I would say pretty much guarantees, mutual respect, which is what, you know, I think President Trump brings, if you will, to the table. I voted for Trump 3 times on purpose, no apologies, and I still don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth. But I do know that the policies that he has put forth, even some of the foolishness he says, the policies have by and large been good. That's what I'm saying.